For a long time, such abilities as telepathy were dismissed as mere fantasy. Telepathy is defined as the extraordinary ability to transmit information from one person to another without relying on any of our 5 familiar senses: sight, touch, smell, taste, or sound. It is mind-to-mind communication, unseen exchange of thoughts, feelings, and ideas. The concept of mind-to-mind communication is far from a modern invention. Ancient civilizations, from the Greeks to the Egyptians, held beliefs akin to telepathy, often associating it with spirits sending messages through dreams. This profound knowledge has been carefully preserved and passed down through generations by various indigenous groups. It wasn't until 1882 that the specific term telepathy was coined by Frederick Myers, a classical scholar and founder of the Society for Psychical Research. Before him, this phenomenon was known by various names, such as thought reading or thought transference. Early scientific curiosity stirred in the late 18th century with Franz Anton Mesmer, who popularized mesmerism or animal magnetism. His followers, known as magnetists, observed that hypnotized subjects could seemingly read their minds and respond to mental commands, sparking intense interest in telepathy research. This led to William James advocating for scientific study and the formal establishment of the Society for Psychical Research in 1884, marking telepathy as the first psychic ability to be scientifically investigated. The initial experiments were straightforward. 2 individuals in separate rooms, one sending numbers, words, or images, and the other attempting to receive them. Physiologist Charles Richet later introduced elements of chance, revealing that telepathy could manifest even outside of hypnotic states. By 1930, J.B. Rhine, an American botanist, conducted extrasensory perception ESP experiments using Zener cards. His groundbreaking work revealed a fascinating truth. Distance and physical obstacles seem to have no effect on telepathic communication. Rhine's significant finding that telepathy, precognition, and clairvoyance were intermingled into one another and difficult to separate provides a crucial understanding. This observation challenges the traditional scientific paradigm of isolating phenomena for study, suggesting that psychic abilities are not distinct, compartmentalized powers, but rather facets of a broader, interconnected extrasensory perception. If these abilities are fundamentally intertwined, then attempts to develop telepathy in isolation may be less effective. This implies a holistic approach to psychic development is necessary. Telepathy, as it is understood, it's a combination of different psychic activities, all of which center on the mind. These activities represent the various ways our minds can interact beyond physical means. Mind reading. This is perhaps the most commonly recognized telepathic activity, defined as the intuitive ability to know unspoken thoughts. It's about sensing or feeling what's happening in another person's mind, not necessarily hearing their thoughts as literal voices. Many individuals experience this unknowingly, knowing what someone was thinking before they spoke, or having someone articulate a thought they hadn't shared. Subconsciously, humans constantly observe and pick up subtle cues from others, contributing to this innate ability. To consciously develop it, one must open their spirit and aura, letting go of personal thoughts to focus on another's energy. Mental communication. This is the direct wordless and gestureless exchange of information between minds, often what people envision when they think of telepathy. It occurs in surprisingly ordinary ways daily. Consider thinking of someone just before they call, or walking into a room and immediately sensing someone's dislike without a word being spoken. These are subtle forms of mental communication. Unfortunately, the modern world, with its constant technological bombardment and disconnection from nature, often hinders this innate ability to tune into these extra-physical senses. Telepathic impression. This involves the subtle act of planting words, thoughts, or even images directly into another person's mind. Unlike psychological manipulation, which often uses verbal suggestion, telepathic impression is a purely mental act. It's about projecting an idea or image so precisely that the receiver perceives it exactly as it exists in the sender's mind. Mind control. This is the ability to influence or control another person's actions by directly affecting their thoughts. While Hollywood often portrays mind control as enslavement, in reality, it is more about subtle influence. It can be used for both beneficial and destructive purposes, depending entirely on the intent of the sender. This influence can be exerted more easily when a person is sleeping, as their conscious defenses are lowered. Beyond these activities, telepathy manifests in 3 distinct types, each operating on different energetic levels. Instinctual telepathy. This is the most common and primal form, shared even with animals, often manifesting as powerful gut feelings. It is believed to originate from the solar plexus chakra. For instance, imagine secretly wishing for a specific birthday gift, like a chain with your name engraved, without telling anyone. Then your best friend surprises you with that exact gift, saying, "I just felt like this is what you would want." This is instinctual telepathy at its finest, a sensing of deepest desires. Mental telepathy. This is the classic mind-to-mind communication often associated with the term. It operates through the throat chakra and within the lower levels of the auric field's mental plane. Unlike trance-channeling, it occurs between 2 conscious focused minds. A common spontaneous example is when 2 people utter the exact same phrase or thought simultaneously, a momentary unconscious alignment of minds. Spiritual telepathy. This represents the pinnacle of telepathic development, the highest, most advanced, and most challenging form. It originates from the crown chakra and the highest mental planes, requiring a profound connection between the brain, mind, and soul. Animal telepathy. The phenomenon of animal telepathy is also recognized. Some individuals possess the unique ability to communicate telepathically with animals, and animals themselves use telepathy as their primary form of communication. As sentient beings with their own desires and choices, animals often communicate their thoughts, feelings, and needs through this unseen language. The consistent reference to a consciousness grid, an energy field or aura, vibrational frequency alignment, and specific chakras reveals a profound principle that telepathy is not merely a psychological phenomenon, but is fundamentally an energetic one. This implies a direct causal relationship, where the alignment and flow of subtle energies between individuals enable telepathic connection. As individuals cultivate their telepathic abilities, one of the most immediate and transformative benefits experienced is a profound improvement in communication skills, both internally and with those around them. Imagine being able to discern precisely how a person truly feels, beyond their spoken words, and even understanding the root cause of their emotions. Beyond mere effectiveness, telepathy offers unparalleled accuracy, while language, no matter how carefully chosen, can be subjective and lead to conflict. Telepathy conveys reality precisely as it exists in the mind of the communicator. If one wishes to convey a complex idea without any room for misinterpretation, they can simply plant the image of what you mean exactly as it is in your mind. This direct mind-to-mind transmission leaves no room for dispute, ensuring the message is understood with perfect clarity. This capacity also facilitates the effortless exchange of vast multidimensional data. The common saying, "A picture is worth 1,000 words," finds its ultimate expression here, as a mental impression conveyed telepathically is truly 1,000 pictures. Through this mental impression, one can exchange layers of information that include not just language and sound, but also images and even forms of data that humanity has yet to fully identify or understand through limited physical senses. To unlock telepathic skills, consistent meditation should become part of daily routine. Meditation has been shown to raise energetic vibrations. Everything in existence, including ourselves, is composed of energy, all connected by a singular cosmic source. This energy vibrates on a spectrum, from low frequencies associated with negative emotions like anger, to high frequencies linked with positive feelings such as love and joy. When operating at these high vibrations, individuals align with the energy of higher beings and their own higher self, gaining access to a collective consciousness. Telepathy inherently requires maintenance of this high vibrational state. This creates a beautiful reinforcing cycle. The more one engages in telepathic practice, the higher their vibrations become, and the higher their vibrations, the more adept they become at using not only telepathy, but all their psychic skills. Like all psychic abilities, telepathy profoundly enhances self-awareness, leading to deeper self-discovery. By tuning into consciousness, individuals begin to connect the patterns of their actions to the emotions stirring deep within them. This self-understanding, in turn, helps with self-confidence and to overcome life's challenges. Furthermore, telepathy prepares one to receive spirit messages. The calm, quiet mind achieved through meditation creates the perfect receptive state for spiritual telepathy, allowing guidance and warnings from the spiritual plane to flow through. A chaotic mind, conversely, disrupts these subtle messages. Reaching this heightened state of consciousness also opens the opportunity to explore the higher planes. The practice of telepathy, through things like meditation and chakra work, directly leads to increased energetic vibrations and the opening and balancing of energy centers. This shift then enhances all forms of extrasensory perception, which in turn improves personal communication, deepens relationships, accelerates self-discovery, and facilitates access to spiritual realms and collective consciousness. To truly understand telepathy, it is important to dispel a common misconception. It is not an isolated, rare gift reserved for a select few. In truth, everyone has some level of psychic skills, including telepathy, present in them. Psychic abilities are often more prominent in children due to their innate innocence and openness to psychic sensations. However, as individuals grow, societal conditioning often leads to subconsciously repress these gifts, immersing them fully in the physical realm. The positive aspect is that these gifts are only repressed, never completely lost, so we can train. To unlock the telepathic gift, one must understand their primary psychic senses. Learning and mastering the psychic senses, it allows people to define their experiences, understand what comes naturally to them, and identify areas for growth. This means that developing telepathy is about becoming receptive to a full spectrum of extrasensory information. Let's take a deeper look at these senses. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. This is the psychic sense that allows perception of energy and visions beyond what ordinary human eyes can see. This sense is often dominant in highly visual individuals, those who process information best through images, writing, or drawings. Clairvoyant messages often appear as symbols, pictures. Clairsentience, clear feeling. This is the psychic ability to feel energy. If one has ever walked into a room and been immediately bombarded by its palpable atmosphere, or sensed what another person was thinking or feeling without a word being spoken, they are experiencing clairsentience, claircognizance, clear knowing. This is the psychic sense dominant in those who simply just know things about people, events, or situations without any logical explanation. Clairaudience, clear hearing. This is the psychic ability to hear things beyond the normal physical range. Clairaudience intuitively receive information and guidance from spirits and other non-material beings through auditory means. This can manifest as unintelligible sounds, names, phrases, music lyrics, or even ringing or buzzing in the ears. Clairalience. This is the sense of clear smelling, allowing perception of odors that have no physical source. Clairgustance, meaning clear tasting. This refers to the ability to taste things that are not physically present. Most individuals find themselves strongest in clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, or clairaudience, with clairalience and clairgustance often acting as complementary senses. The third eye plays an important role in developing these psychic senses and telepathy. This is also known as the inner eye or Ajna chakra. It is the doorway to higher consciousness. Opening the third eye is not a one-time event, but a continuous process that requires consistent meditation. Third eye meditation technique. Begin by settling into a comfortable space. Close your eyes and start allowing the breath to deepen and soften, preparing the mind for deeper focus. Empty the mind of all thoughts. Then, below the eyelids, gently move the eyes upward, directing the inner gaze to the center of the forehead, the precise location of the third eye. Keep them focused there while continuing breathing. As you focus on this location, one may perceive darkness everywhere, except for a distinct light in the third eye area, indicating its activation. A subtle tingle or a mild pressure or pain may be felt. These are normal sensations. Once activated, many report flashing visuals, images of people, nature, animals, or visual scenes. Remain focused on the third eye for at least 20 minutes. After the desired duration, slowly bring focus back from the third eye to the breath. Become aware of breathing as it goes in and out, and then slowly open your eyes. Daily practice can help with the process of awakening the third eye. Mental focus is essential to improve concentration and keep the mind's eye open. Potential side effects of opening the third eye. A common sensation is a feeling of pressure between the eyebrows. One may experience visuals in their mind or dream about events that later occur. Surroundings may appear sharper and colors may seem brighter, as the third eye allows assimilation of details ordinarily missed by physical eyes. Headaches, sometimes resembling migraines, can occur due to the opening of psychic senses and heightened mental sharpness. Sleep can be affected, leading to intense dreams and nightmares. Telepathy is not a unique gift reserved for a select few. Anyone can become a telepath, but unlocking these senses does not come quickly. Regular meditation is a crucial step for staying attuned to higher consciousness. A relaxed mind and body are invaluable assets in this journey.